If you think good design is expensive, look at the cost of a bad design. Do a design which suits the Indian culture, Indian skill set, sustainable and maintainable for the life cycle of the system. Don't literally copy paste something that's there in US and Europe and say that I'm going to give you a fancy system.
May not work out in India.
May not work out in India. Big consulting companies who are very successful abroad in US, Russia, Europe and anywhere else are not successful in India. They tend to fail. There is an opening where entire analysis of a building in terms of life safety can be done on a software. That's a big opening. People who are interested in software, they are also welcome to this industry. If you look at 10 years back, PACC had a lot of international players only. And you look today, there's so many Indian.
The tables have turned.
The entire table have churned.
Let me introduce myself. I am Ashwin Rajasekaran, Managing Director, Revel Electronics. So we thank you to FSAI for providing this opportunity in setting up this podcast. We are honored to be here, to be part of this big event. So without taking too much of time, let me introduce my guest here, Mr. Vinod Kapse, sir, owner, the promoter, founder of Kapse Consulting Private Limited. Going right into the question, sir.
Yes.
So before we go into the technical part of the portion, if you can brief us on how it all started, the ideation, the initiation behind your journey so far.
Yeah, it's a long journey, almost about 30 years now, I can say. I was educated in Hyderabad, and then because my dad was working for the HAL, the Defense Hindustan Aeronautics Limited.
Right.
He was a cockpit electronics expert.
Right.
Because he was in Air Force, and then he went to Russia during the MiG-21 fighter plane when India collaborated with the MiG-21 for fighter planes in India. He went to Russia and got trained on the cockpit electronics. That's how he was in Defense, Air Force, and then after Air Force, obviously the choice was to join HAL, where they made the electronic division of any fighter plane is in Hyderabad, HAL. The body is built in Bangalore, HAL Bangalore, but the electronics is built in Hyderabad.
Right.
So we settled in Hyderabad. There I got educated, and then I came to Bombay on a job transfer. It was not in fire. So after that, I got an opportunity to work for a very renowned company called Vijay Fire. In those days, there were not so many firefighting companies. There were very few. Out of that, one of the institution was Vijay Fire, where I joined as a trainee engineer in design, and then I got interest in design actually, and then I cultivated design experience in all that journey that I stayed in Vijay Fire. So about 10 years I was there. And then I went abroad, and then I took up some assignments in fire protection, and then came back to India and then started the design consulting firm. So my company is almost 2006, 2007 I started. So it's almost 20 years old now. I'm focused only in design of fire protection system, detection, protection, and JFD systems, and it has been a good learning. Being in the industry for the last 25 years doing fire protection, I still feel I just know about 25% of the subject.
You're being modest.
Not being modest. The subject is so vast, and that you pick up one particular subject of detection. I think you need your whole life to understand it. Let me be very honest. And we try to give our best. I'm very passionate about it, and it's not just about making money through consultancy. I'm very passionate about doing the fire. I'm to offer these services to my clients, and I treat life safety as the biggest line in terms of offering to your customers. So I'm very focused, and we are very passionate about whatever I do.
So when during your transition, was there like a turning point which created this passion that is leading to all your success right now?
Yeah, basically what I have been focusing on is that do an objective driven design rather than going everywhere. Do a design which is sustainable. Do a design which suits the Indian culture, Indian skill set, sustainable and maintainable for the life cycle of the system. That's extremely important. There may be wonderful systems on a PPT. There may be a very good system which may suit Europe, which may suit US, which may have all international approvals like UL and FM. That really, that doesn't mean that particular system is suitable for India, because India is a different culture, different environment. Every place has a different variety of even environment, even weather. Okay, too humid in Mumbai.
Right.
If you use some materials which are prone to fail in high humidity conditions, maybe that's not be suitable to be used in Mumbai. Maybe it's suitable to use in Delhi, but not in Mumbai.
Right.
So the point is, and what skill set we have, who is the person installing it, who is the person maintaining it, and whether it is easily sustainable over the life cycle of that particular product. If a residential society, you build a very hi-fi smoke control system, build a very hi-fi multi-stage, multi-outlet system, and the builder is ready to offer you everything. But tomorrow, once it is handed over to the society, are the residents capable of maintaining that system? Right. If something fails, will it be replaced in the next 10 days? If it doesn't, and if the cost is so high that they require an AGM to clear that particular cost, and AGM happens once in a year, or a special AGM to create it, what is the point of that system, giving that system?
It kills the whole purpose.
It kills the whole purpose. So my belief has been being simple, offer something which is simple, minimum dependency on skill and cost, and then that system has to work. Don't literally copy paste something that's there in US and Europe and say that I'm going to give you a fancy system.
May not work out in India.
May not work out in India. You should consider all Indian conditions before you recommend a system to a company.
Okay.
In terms of how the client is. I have a very good IT client who can maintain IT systems. Okay, I can recommend a very hi-fi internet and IoT system who he is able to maintain. What is the point of giving a system who they don't know how to maintain that system? So that has been my focus, offering simple, sustainable and cost-effective solutions to my client. That's what, and the passion with which we work. We just don't compromise.
Interesting.
So
that's the mantra.
That's the mantra.
How you created the company and you've reached this journey so far.
And delegation. I don't believe that consultancy business is about delegation. Simple.
Okay.
I learned it very early in my career.
Okay.
If personally I'm able to manage a staff of 20 people, 20 engineers. Okay. If I hire another 20, I need a person of my capability to manage those 20.
Right.
If not, it's not possible. Hence, big consulting companies who are very successful abroad in US, Russia, Europe and anywhere else are not successful in India. They tend to fail because of delegation, and you don't get people with equal passion like me to handle those 20 people. So I have been very clear on this day one. And in India, everything they want on a yesterday basis. You know how India works.
Yes.
Everybody is running, but nobody reaches in time. That's the Indian problem. So I believe we have kept it small, we have kept it focused, and we do niche consulting to niche clients. That's my mantra.
Okay. So you think the issue is on the intent or more on the efficiency of why this process, why it takes a long time for any systems to be implemented is one thing, but being enforced as well.
Yeah. The problem I believe is all the three. One is right education and right attitude in people to do a fire safety job. I always tell everyone that a fire safety or a fire protection design is not like someone is offering an architectural design, selling a carpet, selling a table or a chair. Okay, if something goes wrong to this table or to this mic, it's fine, I'll miss a few sentences, but it can be recaptured, replaced. If you are compromising on a life safety device and it doesn't work, or is not well designed to offer its performance, that is, it is anticipated, then you are going to compromise on the life of people.
Right.
So offering a fire safety design in itself is totally different from any other services that people offer. Air conditioning, you fail in offering a good design, what's going to happen? It's either going to be too hot or it's going to be too cold.
Going to sweat,
you're going to sweat or you're going to be too cold. That's all. Nothing is going to happen. No person is going to die.
Right.
But if you compromise on your life safety design, it's going to totally affect, it will be catastrophic and the limits are endless. So I have a statement, I have a signature in my email which says, if you think good design is expensive, look at the cost of a bad design.
Okay. That's an interesting way to look at it.
Yeah. If you think good design is expensive, look at the cost of a bad design.
Okay.
It's more apt for a fire protection system.
Right.
If it's a bad design, you know what can happen. You know all the fire that happen.
Maybe the initial cost savings would affect them in the future.
Yeah. So that's strongly believe on that punchline, and we have been successful in sticking to that.
Okay, yeah. That's nice. So how did the paths cross with the FSAI, sir?
Yeah, FSA, earlier, to be very honest, earlier I was not very participative. Maybe I was too busy with building up my company and serving customers. But eventually I realized that FSAI has come out extremely well in terms of creating awareness for people. Okay, I have a LinkedIn post I had done a month back. I said what's the problem in India is that individually, a person is extremely intelligent. You see Sundar Pichai sitting at Google. Okay, you see Nadella. You see 4 or 5 NASA scientists.
So many Indian
origin CEOs. The top tech, the top scientists, the top companies across the globe. You can see an Indian. But what happens in India when a community comes together? We fail as a community.
Right.
When there is a group of people coming together, we miserably fail.
Why do you think that is there across? I think we can see it across all fields.
All fields. Even if you take a simple example of a residential building society. A residential building society managing committee members will also not perform well together.
Right.
Let it be a 40 flat society or a 100 flat society. That is the fundamental problem in India. When people come together, we miserably fail. Because everybody has their own agenda, everybody has their own interest, and everybody is looking at on other directions. That's the biggest problem in India. And let me be very, very candid to say that FSAI is an exception in that.
How so? How exactly?
You look at FSAI with so many members. Okay?
Yes.
So many members, so many chapters, so much of hierarchy, starting from national president, state president, secretaries. In spite of that, I have never ever seen a major disconnect in thought. Okay, FSAI is an exception in India. FSAI should be taken as a role model in India
for other
organizations
or
associations to see how seamlessly, how cohesively even a group of Indians can work together. FSAI is an exception. Let me be very honest about it.
Yeah, I mean, my personal experience is the same as well.
Yeah.
Because the purpose is the same throughout.
The cohesiveness of people, in spite of so many consultants, architects. It's not that only one fraternity people are here. Right. Like there are so many different league people of the highest caliber, highest position, successful. Okay, in every part of FSAI. Yet you don't see that egos clashing anywhere. I have not personally seen that egos clashing. They are very, very cooperative. They are very, very collaborative. Yes, they may have a difference of opinion, but everybody sees one direction.
Right.
I have seen that.
Right. Difference of opinion is human nature.
Is human nature. You cannot change. You may have opinion, I may have opinion.
But does it?
But either no.
Yeah, we have a different. The goal is the same.
Goal is the same. Either you convince me or I convince you, and then we learn. That is what is exceptional FSAI. What FSAI doesn't understand. You should make a white paper on how FSAI manages this, how it is done. That's exceptional. That is what fails in India. In all other locations, you see 10 people come together, that doesn't work. And whereas in FSAI, they've been very successful in doing it.
True.
So very, very big congratulations to all top senior leaders who have been able to inculcate or cascade that particular philosophy through the entire organization.
I agree. Yeah? I think it's been passed on. The torch is being passed on with the same essence that is captured throughout. Absolutely. You are. I think after this podcast, people will start thinking about it. Right.
But it's there in my mind. Once I realize that, about 4-5 years back. Then I started actively participating.
Okay.
And giving knowledge. And as I'm almost 55, 57 now, and I would like to definitely share all my experiences, knowledge to everyone, so that people get benefit out of it. That's the intent now.
So can you tell us a little bit about the Surakshit Bharat with the FSAI and how it is shaping the culture and the next set of generation coming in?
Yeah, what we thought is the way there is a rating for a building in terms of energy. There is an energy rating for building which is called IGBC or green building, LEED building certification. There is a rating now. Just one more rating has come up, which is called a digital rating for a building, which is called a wired score.
Okay.
If you have heard it. So, how well the building is digitally ready or digitally provisioned, there is a certification. It's called wired score. Wired score. Okay. Similarly, we thought, why not a fire and security rating for the building? Why can't a building be rated for a most secure building in terms of security and a most safe building in terms of fire safety? And can we rate the building, inspect the building, and rate the building? That's how the idea started, which was of Mr. Pankaj Dharkar, the brainchild of Mr. Pankaj Dharkar. And then we set up, for that we need auditors. To qualify auditors, we need an exam. Then we prepared the module. Then we said that everybody will write a basic exam to find out a 100 marks paper with 70 passing, so that you understand what the fundamentals are, what to check. We made a checklist to check. Of course, it is evolving. It requires updation. However, the journey has started, I can say. So that a building, any building, any occupancy, like in hotel, an hospital, or a residential building, you can call us, and the team will go visit everything, check your security, check your camera location, check your robustness in your network, check whether the recordings are proper, check whether you are retaining the recording for a period of time, check the audit trails of it, check the fire safety, pump room, smoke control, smoke extract, pressurization, passive, and say that this building has a specific rating. It can be 3, it can be 5, whatever, based on the rating scale. There are marks that we give against it, and then rate a building. So people should do it for at least self-awareness. Understand that where they stand with respect to with respect to other perspective. It's a very relative field. Someone will be too high, someone will be too low. But you will at least know, and you can improve. We also give a list of improvements that can be done, so that the rating can be increased after 2 years. So that process is also well on. And I think it's a good way to start awareness in terms of fire and safety. Other than energy, technology, digital, I think fire and safety also carries a much better weight.
And this happens after the completion of the building or during the design stage itself?
No, after completion of the building.
Okay. So will it be if there is a person who wants to, make sure that he gets 100 score. Will he have the opportunity to do it during the design stage itself, so he can tick boxes on what needs
I think
to be done?
I think we have a checklist which he can use it.
Okay.
Which is the similar that we are going to do later. Maybe he can take the checklist and ensure that everything has been covered before the design stage. I think that is also that can also be done.
Okay. And what role do you think the OEMs, the integrators play in this entire process? Because the initiation starts from people like us.
Correct.
With the manufacturers and subsequently the integrators, where we reach out for expert opinion from yourself.
Yeah.
What role do you think OEMs play?
Of course, OEM has one of the major role in this entire process, because you are the people who are manufacturing products that should adhere to a specific quality and specification requirement, so that it can be recommended, it can be specified, it can be used for a building which almost stands for more than 40 to 50 years. Okay, so manufacturers play a very, very vital role according to me. They have a very big role to play in terms of in this entire ecosystem of built environment. India has been in such a pace for manufacturing. If you look at 10 years back, PACC had a lot of international players only, and you look today.
Right.
There's so many Indian.
The tables have turned.
The entire table have churned. I think it was 80% international participants and 20% Indian. Today I see 80% are Indian participants.
Maybe
made in India, maybe more as well. all made in India, but in terms of passive, in terms of detection, that what wonderful job that you are doing at Ravel, and so many Indian manufacturers. You look at exhibitions, I go for many exhibitions here also, even other tech exhibitions. I see so many Indian companies coming in as manufacturer, made in India, from promotion that the government has been doing, and that is really commendable, honestly. The only thing that I say is you should elevate yourself to the quality that an international system offers.
I think that is where the problem is.
The trust that an international testing body. I'm not saying that UL. I don't want to name somebody. Any testing laboratory, any testing standard is one of the best in the world. That's not the case because it keeps on changing. NFPA changes every 3 years. Okay, NFPA, which has recommended something 3 years back, they of course modify it or change it after 3 years based on real fire experiences, based on suggestions coming from every OEM. So nothing is fixed. Yeah, there can be changes moving forward. Everything is evolving. It's always evolving. So you have to upgrade, generate, and offer such a product that people can trust, right from its aesthetics, right from the type of body that you are making for a control panel, the type of display it is doing. Okay, so it starts everywhere. That is the fundamental difference I see in an Indian manufacturer and a US manufacturer. They get into detail. For example, you take a simple example of Apple. Let me give an example of Apple. Okay, the Apple laptop cable, it doesn't get tangled.
True.
You know that?
Yes. I think no matter how you put it, when you take it out, it always comes.
It just flips out.
Yeah.
That is the thought. That is a great company, according to me.
Right.
It's not important.
Of course.
Nobody offers you a cable which doesn't get tangled. Okay. Why does Apple think about it? That is the difference, Ashwin.
Right.
You should think at that level. Even if you give a packaging, you should realize that a person opening the package should feel easy to open the package. That's what is my
From the time of unboxing to the hands-on feeling of the product.
Give a feel. Start thinking from there. That is what it makes it different. Apple, the connector that goes into the laptop, the power connector, you can flip it this way, you can flip it that way.
It's correct, it's true. I think the success, the beauty lies in the details, you know.
The beauty lies in the detail, absolutely. Look at the smallest details. What are you offering to your customers? And try to improve. I remember a very great advertisement of, I don't remember the car manufacturer, which said, they put a car image on the top. Below it says, a perfect car. You can see a perfect car above. And then you say, we make perfect cars and then we improve it.
Okay. Probably Volkswagen, I'm not sure.
I'm not sure which it was. Amazing advertisement.
Okay.
So that's what it is. You are never there.
Right.
You are never there. You need to improve.
So the role of marketing, does it play a role in the safety and security, sir, then? Because we are talking about codes, we are talking about regulations, norms, which is interesting maybe for people like us.
Yeah.
But the end user, maybe the person who is staying in the hotel, of course we are staying in this beautiful hotel as well. Would marketing or the way of how the American way of marketing help in putting that or inculcating the idea into the consumer market?
100%, Ashwin. See, if you look at marketing, products need marketing.
True.
You have to reach somewhere.
True.
You need the numbers so that you can do your research is always on.
True.
Correct? I straight away
the products,
for the product. You should have an R&D division which keeps on researching on everything that is already developed. There is nothing that is said that this is done and I'm not going to look at it again. It's never that happen. Let me be very honest.
Never can be. Then you're not going to be in the market
be in the market. It's always evolving. And specifically our technology, electronics, IoT, everything is absolutely evolving and evolving. So you need those funds. You need marketing for a product the way Americans do. Okay, but if you look at whether I need marketing for me, I don't think so. I have never done a marketing for myself. Let me be very honest.
Okay.
Even if I come to this meeting, to such conferences, and I know you are from a construction company. Okay, I know you are building a 5-star hotel in somewhere. I have never approached you and asked you, sir, you are a 5-star hotel. is the consultant hired? Can you look at me as a consultant? I never do that. I never ask. I've been lucky. I've been getting jobs based on the work that I do, and my work speaks for myself. I may not need marketing, and I don't want to grow, frankly. I know the limit of 20-25 people. I cannot handle more than 25 people. It gets compromised. So I don't want to grow. But if you want to grow, if I want to make a 250-member company, I have to market. Okay. So product manufacturer has to market. If someone wants to keep growing every time and keep hiring people, maybe they need to market. And product needs to market, because it should reach people what you are doing, where are you from, what standards you are complying, how are you positioning your product, at what level, applications that you are doing. You need to market. If not, people don't have time to self-study and open your data sheet. Awareness is there. Open your data sheet and keep on studying what you are saying. It will not happen. So
unless the circumstance calls for it, or there is a necessity.
Absolutely.
Otherwise, I don't think people do it beyond maybe after the project gets completed.
They don't get into that. Okay, I see. If I find a typical problem in a project and I need a solution, then I try to find product which suits that particular objective. Okay, then I do research, then I start reading, get catalog, ask for details, then read and then see, yeah, this product may suit this requirement. Otherwise, normally people don't do in this busy world. So marketing is a must for products.
It's definitely a key aspect in the success.
Absolutely.
Okay, so now going into a different path, going back into your personal journey.
Yeah.
So how was your key experiences? I did touch upon it in the beginning as well.
Yeah.
Some key experiences, if you can share us in this situation, about that shaped your journey or that brought about some change.
Yeah, without naming customers and without putting name or face to the discussion, I have been engaged in doing some consulting where people have already, for a retrofit project or locations where people have already faced a major issue in terms of design. That's my core. Okay, you have a specific problem and you're not able to resolve it, please come to me. Okay, for example, a smoke control system. Okay, someone designed a smoke control system for an existing building, a very renowned building. It was my last LinkedIn post as well, where it was not functioning the way it was supposed to be, and then they tried everything in their resource to get it fixed, and they were not able to do it. So they came to me asking, can you do a CFD analysis on that? Can you see where the problem is, where the problem lies? And trust me, I found that there was a fundamental mistake in the design.
Which was?
Basic for smoke control.
Okay.
A basic fundamental mistake which was not followed. Hence the entire thing was a chaos. Okay, so I love resolving problems. I love to give solution to clients who find no solutions everywhere. There was a fire in one of the chemical industry, a major fire in the chemical industry. Major fire. The entire 2 acres of land was gutted.
Okay.
So such a major fire. Then they came back to us. So they, of course, once it was totally gutted, that they had to rebuild. So the entire rebuild process was there. So before that, someone gave my reference, and then I happened to meet their managing director in one of the meetings, and then he said, we literally want to work with you, and we had a major fire. You can come and have a look and check the forensic and give us the right solution. And we depend on it. So right from construction stage, the compartmentation, the walls, the thickness of walls, the process, the drainage and containment. The major issue was of the chemical that drained out.
So
and it went to everywhere. It was not a proper drainage.
So there were blockages and things.
No, it was open drain. So the chemicals, wherever the chemical flowed, the fire just passed everywhere.
My God.
Okay. So giving solutions to such problems has been my forte, and I love accepting challenges and giving problem solving is my key.
I think
that keeps me motivated.
Right. I think that I've noticed with a lot of successful people.
Yeah.
They see problem as an opportunity.
Absolutely. So that's been my motivation. Every 3 months, 4 months, I get something which is very challenging, and I love doing that. And then we give a solution, and the happiness that I see on client's face when the solution is achieved, or they are happy with the solution that I gave and it works,
then that gives me the kick, and that's the motivation that I get.
Okay.
That's how it is.
But when you I mean, your work precedes you. I mean, you don't, like you said, you don't need to market yourself because your work talks about it. So what advice would you give to the younger generation or the younger professionals coming into either the design consulting field or the OEM field?
Correct. See, the problem with our industry is there is no formal education. There is a college called Nagpur Fire Service.
I think there are 2-3 courses that
major. There are 2-3 courses. It didn't continue for a long time. There was a stoppage in between, intermittent stoppage. Again, they started. Now there's a lot of awareness. So I believe this industry has a lot of opportunity in every field. It starts from design, starts from construction, analysis, CFDs, fire engineering, fundamental fire engineering principles. So I feel there's a big opportunity in the industry. Someone who has done a mechanical engineering or electronic engineering should get advanced certification on fire protection, like NFPA certification or National Fire Service College, get certification, and please come into this industry. This industry is going to grow because this is a necessity. It's not a luxury.
It's not an option.
It's not an option anymore. It's essential. And then there are multiple opportunities that government has opened in terms of National Building Code telling now performance-based design will be acceptable. So there is big opportunity in performance-based design, CFD analysis, egress calculations, smoke control engineering. So there are huge opportunities. It is the most challenging subject, let me be honest, and it will keep you absolutely engaged all your life if you really are a good learner and a good net executor. So there is a dearth of requirement of professionals in this particular industry, because people are just shifting from companies to companies. So someone is in Honeywell, he goes to JCI, and JCI he goes to Siemens. They're the same people moving around. It's a recirculation. Industry is too small. It's just a recirculation process. There is no fresh air coming in.
Right.
So we need talent.
I mean, I'm able to see that as well. So is it because the scope is not attractive for the younger professionals? They want IT, or they want fields that maybe pay well or give them the freedom.
The problem with this Gen X, whatever Gen Z you call them, is that they want a fancy office.
Right.
They want a fancy cafeteria. Okay.
Right.
They want to work with fancy girls. Okay.
Right.
I worked in a shop floor. Being a mechanical guy,
right.
I operated a lathe machine.
Okay.
I worked in engineering drawing.
Okay.
I worked in tool room. Okay. So we started there. So the fundamental attachment towards the subject is been here.
It started from an early time.
From a very early stage. So I'm attached to the subject. I don't want to go away from the subject. I would have started a installation company. I have become a vendor to make money. I will never do that. I don't want to be a vendor. Okay. I want to be in design. Okay, so people have to find interest in what they are learning in the early stage. That they don't want. They want big money.
Right.
Even my son, he says, I don't want to work for mere 25,000 rupees, 30,000 rupees. Okay. I told that's not important now.
Right.
The first from the age you start, from the age of 25 to the age of 35, you should never think of money. You should think of what are you learning and where are you reaching. That is not there in the Gen Z. Okay, we don't have very fancy offices. We don't have very big offices in fire protection field, right?
When you compare it with
someone like an IT industry, I don't have 10 floors office, 50,000 floors. It's not needed as well. So we have a small office, 10,000 square feet office, but there's so much of opportunity to learn, so much of opportunity to even travel, even to learn here and go abroad and work in US or Europe in this particular industry. Right. Dearth of professionals in this industry. So people should think about this industry, come here, do fire engineering, do MTech in fire engineering, and pursue this career of very challenging and very passionate and very interesting career, I can say, in all the aspects of fire protection, and detection.
And on the same thing, any industry trend that has caught your eye, sir, in the last few years, or even inspiration can strike at any time.
Yeah.
Any trend that has really caught your eye?
Industry trend in the sense,
maybe like your type of sensors or the IoT systems, That is bringing in all the systems together.
Yeah, I'm also an automation consultant.
Okay.
I do building automation.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, I do building automation.
Okay.
Building automation as a profession. And now recently, what the trend is interesting is that putting all these sensors on a cloud, putting all the information that comes from a fire protection, life safety systems, fans, smoke fans, pump statuses, water quantity of water in the tank, taking all that information and putting it somewhere on the cloud and making it available to the enforcer whenever he comes and inspects, whether the pump is operational, whether you're doing your regular maintenance of pumps, whether you're running the diesel engine pump every month for 8 hours or 3 hours or 2 hours, and whether there is water in the tank all the time in fire protection tank, or you're using that water. So all these critical parameters of a building in terms of life safety is getting connected to a system called IoT system, which pushes the data on the cloud, and then that cloud can eventually be integrated with the enforcer cloud.
Okay.
So the fire brigade cloud. If fire brigade creates a cloud, and then this information can go there. And before a fire brigade visits a place, I think he will know everything that's there, whether the pump is functioning, whether the water is there in the tank or not, and he can come prepared. Readiness for the proactive analysis can be done and can be done. So that's a big area that's opening up. There is an opening where entire analysis of a building in terms of life safety can be done on a software. That's a big opening. If people who are interested in software, they are also welcome to this industry, because all the states are trying to implement something called a non-negotiable cloud application, where you load the entire building construction details, and it will pinpoint all the problems that are there in the building, and it will give you a guidance, and nobody can supersede and overrule it. So the problem in, how the hierarchy bureaucracy works in India. So someone, even in a manual process, someone says that
it gets bypassed.
It's called bypass a lot. That entire bypass process should go, and a system or a process and an application should qualify a building whether it's safe or not. So that's coming up. I'm sure that will come up now. Going forward. So there's a lot of opportunities, and that trend I'm seeing. Developing.
Okay. And you believe that it will change the sector in a positive way?
Absolutely. It will change the sector in a very, very positive way.
Okay.
Opening a lot of opportunities as well.
Okay. So the technology aside, for the same point, so I think the root of the problem, the enforcement, again, like you said, from the ground level till the the decision makers, I think these information gets narrowed down to maybe 1 or 2 points, right?
Yes.
I mean, as long as they might say the system is in place, he might not put too much of time or energy into this topic.
Correct. The enforcers who are qualifying a building in terms of construction, in terms of active fire protection, in terms of passive fire protection, has to improve. The quality of recommendations, the NOC that we say, the quality of the document called provisional NOC has to improve. And you should involve professionals in handling that particular subject, according to me. That's my suggestion. Have a set of professionals. Like Bangladesh has a set of committee who approves a building design, who are NFPA certified guys who approve a building design. Okay, and that professionalism should come into the system where the enforcers are doing, and an inspection agency can be separate. Again, a professional inspection agency, a set of committee members who will get a building qualified and tested for approval. We are talking of self-certification as well, where a building is self-certified, and the role of fire brigade would be limited to firefighting, training, awareness. That's where the government is thinking about going to future. I just heard one of the fire brigade gentlemen talking in the last episode I had, that government is trying to limit the fire brigade's role in firefighting, technical firefighting, creating awareness, training programs, and all such, and removing them from building approvals, process building approvals, inspections as well. And there you'll have technical committees doing that job. I think that's a very good move. The government is thinking.
I think it's a start to
something big.
So when you mention about these inspection agencies, so I think you'll be aware how UAE did such a big change in their infrastructure. They hired European and American agencies, or took their copy pasted it. So do you think that will help in India? We were to hire maybe a foreign body.
That will not work in India because UAE is UAE. They have a golden handle on the bar, so they can afford it, but India cannot. And looking at their size, looking at the size of UAE, either Dubai or Abu Dhabi, looking at their size, it's possible to hire a US or a European technical professional to do this, to do this process. But India is totally. That's what I said in my first statement.
Right.
Whatever processes you are trying to implement has to suit the Indian culture, skill, and people. Please. We try to copy something from Dubai. I don't think
it's not going to work out.
It's not going to work out. The quantity of work. I traveled to Europe. I traveled to Norway during my last photography trip. I traveled about 200-300 miles. I could count 1 or 2 buildings getting constructed. Is that the case in India?
Definitely not.
You travel
200 here.
You travel in Mumbai. You travel from airport to Thane. You will see minimum 200 buildings being constructed, high-rise buildings.
Right. So many.
I
think it's impossible for one association
to keep a track of all that, get a European or a foreigner to look at that. Because the Indian process, the European will need a document to be submitted in a specific format. That will not happen in India.
Right.
That will not happen in India. As simple as that. So you need to have a set of Indian people only who are qualified, certified, who can do this process. Who can do the certifying process or inspection process. That will improve the level of life safety and fire protection that happens in the country.
Understood. So coming back to PACC, since we are here and this occasion is leading us for this
talk,
wonderful podcast going on.
Yeah.
So now the locations and these things, in terms of the awards, there are these segments that honors people, like the bravery awards, I think during our nights, and lifetime achievement awards. How do you think that is shaping, sir, in terms of contributing to the society?
Yeah, it is good that we are at least trying to motivate the people who are not being recognized otherwise. Okay, I think you should try to honor people who are being missed by the other government or private agencies to recognize for a specific task or a specific work that has been done. It's good to have people motivated and recognizing their efforts that they have done, and instead a specific firefighter who has done exceptionally well in one of the fires that has happened,
right,
or similar type of police gentleman. So it's extremely good to have people calling and getting motivated. However, it has to encourage
something beyond
that. That's what I feel.
Okay.
Something beyond that.
Maybe that recognition is for over a period of 3 days. Maybe then subsequently
what happens? So that's what we have to. That's what the follow up after whatever we are doing here is not happening. That's what I feel.
Okay.
Even tech vartas, even panel discussion that we do, it remains only for this 3 days period, and then it's somewhere lost. I don't say that there is mistake of the organizers or what we are doing. We are trying to create an awareness that definitely happens, but it should take us somewhere. So some process of following up after whatever we do, and after shortlisting whatever interesting has come out from this particular seminars, we need to take that forward. That's what I think.
Right. But then do you think the government should also be involved in such events? Officially, should they also be involved? So so many ideas are being discussed, put across in the Tech Varta sessions. So if there was a bureaucratic body, let's say, or a quasi-government body, which takes it to the government.
Yes. Of course, we are calling fire officers. A lot of fire officers there in the last session that I had. But whether they are authorized, capable, and to carry this forward to the government, putting a request, I think that's what matters. And they have been doing it, I believe.
I think Maharashtra has been doing it quite
effectively. Quite effectively. We are taking these suggestions and then trying to incorporate in the state development rules or bylaws. So that follow. That's what I said. After all this discussion, if some important points are coming up, why we should try to list it down first,
Right.
okay,
Right.
and track it.
Right.
So
Maybe
these were all
certain
prioritize certain things. Say that these all were discussed. These were unanimous discussions which have been agreed, and maybe this can be implemented. So every FSCI department, every FSCI state head can take that to their local department, meet their local state government and tell that this was the major discussion that came up in the discussion where all top people attended, and this is what you need to think and take it forward. So I think that
True. I think that if all of us come together, we should be able to create that awareness as well.
Awareness as well, and take it to the next level. That's what I feel.
Right. So, on the collaboration with the Safer India, I think all the points that we are discussing talks about the safety of human lives and the property.
Absolutely.
Where do you think is the key challenge or the collaboration? Of course, we did touch on these points even some time before, but on a holistic level. We are talking about certain industries or certain roles, or these are all roles in certain, but putting it all together, who should tie the knot so that everything comes together?
That's a big question. That's a big question, because so it starts with the right time of the project inception. When do you take a fire consultant on board? Sometimes the building is half ready. Sometimes the architect has already laid the plan, submitted to the municipal corporation. I'll tell you the problems that we face. He says, no, the building now cannot change. It is already, the plans are already submitted, the plan is already approved. This is what we have. And then you do whatever is possible within this particular limitations. So it starts from there.
Right.
Okay. And then quality of installers, that's extremely poor. Extremely poor.
I think anyone can become an installer these days.
Anybody in India can become an installer. Anybody with a laptop becomes a consultant. Anybody with 4 people becomes an installer. And he gets any size of job.
There is no limitation or some sort of regulation.
No regulation. I have a company, new company. I am 1 year old or 6 months old, competing a company who is 20 years old, and he gets a job of any size value. So I think good right installation is a key. Good design, of course, is a key.
Of course.
Good installation is a key. The right products used at right locations is the key. Maintaining the system is a key. And proper inspection and testing is a key. So we are lagging in all these segments, even in design. I am saying that not all consultants are doing a wonderful design. May not be the case. Based on case-to-case basis, at what time they pitch into the project, what limitations they are running in, that nobody knows. Okay. So cost is an important factor. What I believe is that landlord is spending a lot of money. He is not spending the money in the right direction, in the right way. The US is very clear. Whatever is required, they do. They don't even over-design it by 10%, let me be very honest.
They know what they want.
Absolutely. What they want is 100, they will do 102 or at the most 105. You look at India, if we require 100, we'll do 200.
Or maybe the other way around as well.
Maybe the other way around. Sometimes we require 100 and we do only 50. That's the problem in India. Just do 100. And let the codes specify only 100 and do only 100. Don't do anything above that. Unless it's a very special building. You want to enhance your protection, do it.
Some special applications.
Special applications, you do it. But do 100. Do your 100 religiously. And ensure you maintain that 100 religiously. That's all is required for India, nothing else.
True. But also, like you said, if the foreign bodies or some big multinationals, when they come to India, where we see them, they follow the regulations.
They follow. They strictly follow. All foreign, mostly I work with a lot of multinationals, and all multinational go by the book. They 100% follow. They never come back and tell me, NBC is too stringent, or we are limited to a design. Never anybody has told till today. They go more than what the code requires.
So I think it all comes down to the mindset of the people, and I think that generational shift should happen.
Only a generation can bring change in this industry. That's what I feel.
Very interesting. So apart from that, Mr. Vinod sir, who are you outside the work? If you can just touch that, that will be my final question.
Outside the work, I am a wildlife photographer.
Okay.
I like wildlife, photographing wildlife. all across the globe. I travel, and to be honest, that's my profession, and fire protection is my.
Oh, you want to put it the other way.
I put it the other way. So I like enjoying life to its fullest.
Okay.
I do photography. Everybody knows it. I do wildlife photography. Every 3 months I travel.
Okay.
I travel somewhere, some part of India, outside India, and I love clicking any type of wildlife, mammals, birds,
Okay.
and all that. That's my passion, and I like training. I like educating people. I like problem solving. That's the second part of it.
Very nice. Good. So we are just concluding. That was my final question, in fact.
Thank you so much.
So thank you for your time, sir, giving us this opportunity, and for FSAI in giving us this in this beautiful location here at Colombo. So pleasure talking to you. There were a lot of good insights, a lot of ideas.
Yeah.
So as from manufacturer
Actually,
and from the design, we will journey this path together.
Sure.
And we will be there, and more ideas and more insights in the future. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ashwin.
Thank you,
and
sir.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. It was very nice.